Yes, I am doing this one because I do not want to be looking and looking and looking at streams.
Live streaming?
Yeah, I'm doing this one, this style, because I don't really want to be looking through messages right now. Da 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 na 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 da 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 da. Oh my god, I keep forgetting. This is I feel like a default now. Adrian, can you give this to Mom?
What?
Hey, Crispy. Can you give that to Mom? I put this so I can see your messages. Because I do not want to miss the stream. Crispy. Or I can take it off if you want. You decide if to leave it like this or to get the other one. I might not do good because of it. Yeah, I'm just blaming that. It's because of this thing. Help. You spelled maybe wrong. Keep it. Okay. See, Frankie, this is why I don't do this screen, because it distracts me. I want to put on my jacket. I feel cold, but I don't. And it's barely 6 o'clock. It's 6:30. So, Frankie, you want me to tell you a story? Even though I don't really have a story. Who's Frankie? Oh, Crispy. Crispy, you want me to tell you a story? Look at the better version, the worse version. Big 3 slice, twin, slice twin. Yes. All right, Adrian, do you have a story for me? Do you have a story? Do you think I should tell any story? What story should I tell? What story should I tell?
For what?
I don't know. Frankie wants to hear. I mean, Crispy Thang wants to hear a story.
Tell me a story about
A real life story.
real life story. Oh, real life story.
What should I tell him about? Beat him! You suck! Your team sucks! Add me, Crispy Thang. I don't know. How about you add me? My username's in the top right, and I don't want to mess up the stream. What?
Tell a embarrassing story.
Oh, what?
An embarrassing story.
Embarrassing story? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Alright. If you wanna hear an embarrassing story, type 1. If you wanna hear a different story, type 2. Wonder if I see a llama around here. Tell me what type of story you wanna hear. A real one, a fake one about cats. Oh! See, your first video. Clips 1111111. Who's Eclipse 97?
Not me.
No, it's not you, Aiden. You're no. Oh, about my first video. He wants to hear a story about my first video. Alright. So your Bean Boozle your Bean Boozle your Bean Boozle challenge. You spelled boozle wrong, but okay. So the story is about the Bean Boozle is that I found some Bean Boozle in a mall while we were shopping, and I told my mom
It was our most viewed thing with 88 views.
Yeah, and what we did was I begged my mom to buy it for me, and I told her about all the YouTubers that did that, and she bought it for me. And so me and Adrian tried some off camera. They were pretty nasty and good. And what I can't not tell stories for some reason. And we decided to tell Josh, hey Josh, you want to come over and do a Bean Boozle challenge? He said, sure, why not? So I'm like, you want to record it? He's like, heck yeah. That's why you probably see him in the video say, hey, what's up, subscribe to my channel, even though he doesn't have one, but now he does. It's called Josh Ross _1214. Pretty sure. Now watch out. Alright. And yeah, that's we made a video, and before we actually started recording, our sister had one, and it was actually dead fish. She ate dead fish and she spit it out. You can see that in the video. Link in the description. Nah.
Don't tell them.
I'm telling my stream.
Don't tell them about that problem because I hated that day.
Look at Josh.
That was so. I hated that day, sis.
Ah!
Yeah, die.
Bro, you suck. You suck.
Die,
Oh my god.
sis. Die. Please die.
Crispy
Kill my
time.
brother.
Oh my god, with this.
My voice was really squeaky when I was.
It sounds exactly the same.
It to my face?
No, my voice is getting.
Look at me. Look at. Eyeshadow. I think my mom's gonna lose.
The reason why I didn't want to, I recorded it, but I didn't want to show my face because I was. That could do with.
Come on! Dang it. Hello, my name is Adrian, and I'm trying to reach 2 million. 2 million what?
He's reading my bio.
You put something on your bio?
Yeah.
Did you say 20 million subscribers?
20 million.
What is that on your bio, you weirdo?
I want to tell. Can I tell a little more?
What about not showing your face?
I didn't want to show my face because I was like my. Cause I didn't like showing my face because
You were ugly.
Yeah, I liked ugly, and my voice was terrible. Like I sounded like a mess. Like, hey guys, what's up? How we doing?
You sound exactly the same, to be honest.
I know, we got a little deeper. I got. And, like, it was like our middle street.
Hi.
There's 11
You do
likes
not
and 2
have.
dislikes.
You have no dual partner. Wow. So what about not showing your face?
It's because I want to show it when I reach 20 million subs.
What,
William.
Excuse me,
You will not see
famous
my
gotta go.
20 million, okay.
You will never see my face.
Yeah. Adrian has an Instagram.
Instagram. But I like
Because I left. I mean PJ Jonathan 664.
like in any of our videos, I haven't shown my face.
Back then we used to be squeakers, but now we're mature little squeakers. I know.
But cheers, squeak.
Big development.
Go play with your sister for a little while. Okay. Thank you. Keep going, number.
Alright, Frankie, so what do you want to hear a story about now? I got more offers.
Oh, it's an embarrassing story.
No,
Do it.
no. That's, oh, if Frankie gets to choose, he's in the comments. Ah! Ethan, I was almost bold.
Oh,
Ethan,
I'll
was
tell it.
almost bald. No.
About,
Alright, so about being bald, so this is my story. So let's all start with the little kid named Ethan. Ethan pretty much every month had to get his hair cut bald. Every month. And my dad always cut it bald. So Ethan the bald eagle didn't like that. I am Ethan and this is my story. My name's Ethan and this is my story. So every month my dad would always cut off my hair. I didn't like that because people would make fun of me for that.
No one would make fun of you.
Yeah, Mia in my class, I'd sit down and she'd call me Jelly Bean.
Jelly bean. Aha!
Shut up, this is why I don't tell you stuff.
What did you say with the neon now?
Yeah, Adrian, be gone. Be gone.
Too bad.
And she'd always call me Jelly Bean. And I never like baldy. And I never like that everyone would always make fun of me for getting bald once a month. So I did the most logical thing. It's a bush. Trick shot. Trick shot. Wait, I'm in squads. Jelly bean boy. Jelly bean. Jelly bean. Huh? Just I don't bully. Frankie, learn how to spell. Just I don't bully. I don't bully. I put duo for some reason. No wonder I was getting good loot. Oh, no, cancel. Right. And I never liked that. I've always gotten bald and blah, blah, blah. So, you learned how to sleep. No. You learned how to spell? Yeah, actually. But Frankie, do you know how to sentence actually? You put sleep. Put sleep.
Hey, John, I got small food for you.
Oh, so back to the story because some guy keeps interrupting me. The crispy thing. So, my dad was trying to cut my hair one time. I told him, no, I don't want to cut my hair. And I kept whining and whining and whining to the point where he didn't even want to cut my hair. So one day, he took me to a barber shop. And he told me, what type of haircut do I want? And of course, being the weird I was, I went online and searched for cool haircuts. And I found the comb over. I thought that was pretty cool. I seen it on people and I'm like, wow. I want to be like that. You weirdo, get away from me. Alright. And so don't worry about that. So as I chose the comb over and it kind of grew on me and I'm like, you know what? I want to be one of those cool guys too. Times two. I wanted to get my hair dyed. I first wanted my hair dyed blue, but I changed it to red. Then after before I got it dyed, I wanted it blue, but like nah, I don't really want blue because I don't really have enough blue shirts. So I chose red. And red, at first it was, as my friend called it, Adrian, burgundy, like burnt sienna. And alright, this is gonna be a fight to the death. Freedom. It's Frankie. Like, I'm scared of that. And what was I? Something about, oh yeah, burnt sienna. Dang it! So at first it was burnt. Ew, blue. That's a fake. And I have no idea what you're saying that about, Frankie. I mean, crispy thing. And at first it was burnt sienna. Then it developed. Then it was fading. So I decided to do it. Then again, fake bunny. How'd that not destroy? Bro, sit down. There, right. I'm a season 3 OG. Of course you are. Alright, so I got it dyed and it was redder than red. Like, oh my god, it wasn't like really red, but it was red. It stood out. Then it slowly faded away. So I kept it like that, and I kept it to that point. And the people, I dyed it again, and it was still that color, but a little lighter. And people still didn't notice. Every like month or so, I hear someone say like, "Wait, is your hair red?" I'm like, yeah, it's been like that for like 2 months. Be like, really? And that's where I and Ethan meet. Did we meet like that? No. I'll tell the story of how me, Frankie met. I still remember that day. Frankie was a weirdo. Nah. And like that, you would have been lasered, kid. Look at this. Oh, right there. And get lasered. And after that, my hair was black. Well, almost black, completely black. And my mom told me, Ethan, do you want your hair to be blonde? Because she was gonna dye her hair blonde. Well, she already did, and she had some leftover blonde dye. And I'm like, alright. So I dyed my hair blonde. Pretty much at the last day, pretty much second last day of school, and I went up there for an award, to get up an award. And when I went up for the award, when 6th grade started, I can't see that well because the freaking screen is bent. When 6th grade started, when we walked in class, I thought you were a dork or doofus, one of those kind of things. You were a dwarf. Oh, a door. It meant so much when 6th grade started. When we all walked in class, I thought you were a dwarf. Wow, freaky. But during that, then I left that day early because family stuff. And I didn't go to last day of school because still family stuff. And yeah. So another story or another thing. Look at this classic OG music. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. I even have my Fortnite shirt on. Lost like a mouse. Ooh, Gio. He's just not using his phone right now.
Hello!
Uh-huh.
Now I know what you're thinking. I should probably just come out and say it. I haven't shaved. I've made a decision to not shave for this month. We're gonna see how it looks at the end of the month. It's been a bit hit or miss with people while I'm streaming, but this is how I look right now. Deal with it. I don't
God
normally
dang
make
it.
these.
Alright. So, Frankie, you want to hear any other story? Or that other person in the lobby? Jesus. You want to hear how me and that guy, that guy named PJ Jonathan met? I guess. Choose something. Either one or two. One, I have no idea. Two, I have no idea. Just choose. Dang it. I'm gonna have to charge it like... The story with Ethan. I have no idea what you're talking about. Story time with Ethan. Some guy over there.
Damn.
What?
Vacuum my room.
How vacuum? I'm
It's
streaming.
the fucking morning.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I must be sorry too. Watch.
No!
They hide your remote.
No! Please, don't do it. What? Bro. Alright guys, wait. I am going to mute my mic. Tell me what story I should put. Because I am going to vacuum real quick. And let my controller charge real quick. Be back. Hello, testing, testing, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Is my mic working? Let me check. Yes, it is working. And I see Frankie hasn't put anything I should talk about. I mean, crispy thing. Let's listen to this music real quick while I get my phone. Should be quick. Boom, boom, down, down, down. Dun, dun. Why am I so close to the screen? No wonder this thing doesn't feel right. Right, so I have no idea why I think chat isn't working or Frankie isn't just answering. Frankie! Let's just, crispy thing! So, I'll just, talk about help. Help what?
I became a manager, worked for a whole lot of time.
Well, can I play?
Be gone, demons!
Please, Adrian, let's play. Let's play what?
What?
No one can get fired.
Be
No
gone,
one can
demons.
get fired.
Yeah, we could get fired.
But
How do I help you, Frankie? I mean, crispy thing.
And got in Mom's face, and she put her hands on me again in the hotel room. She was talking crazy prior to that, to her going off that evening. She was saying that everybody was saying GD in her head, and
1 to 10. We're gonna pick 1 to 10. 2 is your number. 1 is my number.
No, I do it.
Go. Pick a number of you want.
I meant to say hello.
That's a number.
Pick
That's
a number to 1 to 10. I pick. What do you pick? I pick 2.
You're lucky. I don't know my password.
I know what that said. It said the dog it's like playing. Oh, it's a
I'm getting it. Yeah, you're getting how to spell.
We'll pick one. I pick.
I already generated the number.
Go. Pick 1.
No, yeah, go.
I pick 10.
Let me put this down, my charger. Let me see if it's charging. Dang it.
No.
Boogie down.
I said pick a number of 1 to 10.
Yeah, and then I pick.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hey.
No, I said
Wait.
9 and you said 10. Yeah, I you did. Stop lying.
Again.
Oh, okay.
Check the number 2 to 1.
What was that? Ah! Bro, I promise you.
3.
I picked 2. And 1.
No. Wait, what?
You said 2 through 1. And you picked 3. That wasn't even a number.
Wait, what?
I won.
That does not count. Wait, one more time.
1 to 100.
I'm getting boogie down.
I do not want to do it.
Just pick one number.
Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, let's go. Now.
I did it.
No, that's not even a number. I picked 100. I won.
That's not
I'm a good.
That was close.
That's not cool.
But you weren't closer.
Wait, what?
You weren't closer at all.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, I won 3 times.
Please!
I won 3 times.
Play!
Ender, stop being a jerk.
No, I won. She just lied. Cause I won. I said pick a number. I won. Yeah. We did a random number generator.
How did you do a random number generator if there's a billion numbers?
I picked 1 through 100, and was cause and guess what? She picked 200, and I picked 100, and she lost. It was 23.
How'd she lose, to be honest?
I put 1 through 100, and she picked 200. She lost.
How'd she lose?
I said who's closest.
So what's the random number generator? Alright then. I'm gonna choose 1 through 50. Alright? Whoever's closer to the number wins. No, you're not getting the number.
Yeah, go.
I'm not.
1 through 50.
No.
No? That's your answer?
Yes.
You picked 6.
Frankie, that's the wrong answer.
I picked no.
Right?
no.
No, then you don't win.
I picked 25. What's your number, Ethan?
Then yeah, are you sure you don't choose? Bro, get out of my
Oh my
lobby.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You picked that.
I picked
She
nothing.
picked no, Ethan.
I picked nothing.
She lost. She picked 0.
You lost then.
I
You don't pick a number.
49.
I said no. I said no.
And
Choose a number or no. You're not doing whatever Adrian said.
I'm gonna do rock, paper, scissors.
No.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming you. They just being mean.
No, I'm not being mean. What the heck?
Hey, you said we can't play what's it called? No. You said we can't play shot.
Ah! No.
Face through everything, Ethan. That's
49 and a half.
there.
No.
I won, Ethan.
Danielle, choose a number.
1 through 10.
Choose a number.
For what?
Choose a number. Alright, then Adrian wins.
I won. Yeah.
Go over there.
Okay, I won.
I'm not playing.
Okay. Okay, then I won.
Then let's do rock, paper, scissors.
No, it was 45.
So I still won.
Hey, you stole my chance. Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
No, Adrian won.
I won now. I don't have to play with you.
私のエネルギーのコントロール技術は格段の進歩を遂げました。皆もすら抱かぬ繊細さと究極の激しさを併せ持った真のゴールデンフリーザ。それがこの私なのです。
Yeah. Adrian! You said 49 and a half. Adrian! Adrian, you didn't win.
Why?
Frankie won.
Why?
He said 49.
What the heck?
Frankie actually won. What?
I think we have
Do, 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 do. Bro, I hate that. It keeps saying DualShock. DualShock 4 battery. Like, bro, I'm charging it. You don't say anything when I'm not fighting or gliding.
Yeah, after we're done.
Oh my god. Dun, 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 dun.
Ethan, where's my
It's charging. I put it to charge.
where?
Right there.
Where?
Over there. Oh, 5 crazy stories. 5 crazy chilling stories.
Chills. Number 5. So over the last 7 months, I've been working for someone I responded to on Craigslist. Well, I'll just explain everything. This seems like an appropriate place to post this. I was scouring the internet for some sort of paying gig. I didn't really care what. Then I came across a post on Craigslist. I had refreshed the page and there it was.
My stream
Someone was looking for a
crashed.
person to come by and feed their pets. I assumed they were going out of town or something, so I contacted them and left my number through email. I got a response immediately in the form of a phone call. The caller was a man who explained to me that he was moving out of town and his parents had cats they wanted fed daily. I gave the man my name so he could run me through a cursory background check.
There we go.
In about 20 minutes I was hired. I went there the next morning to get all the instructions and whatnot, and met the man I spoken to on the phone. His name was Ben. Ben explained to me that he could no longer be able to care for his parents' cats, and that his parents needed to focus on themselves, so I was being brought in to take care of that. The money would be left on the kitchen table at the end of every week, $200 a week, just to feed some cats, I know, right? In addition to that, money for more cat food would be left for me as needed. Then he told me the first thing that I thought was strange. I was to come at exactly 10 a.m. every day, and be gone by 10 a.m., and I was never, under any circumstances, to interact with his parents. He told me that when I'm in their home, they will be in their chairs in the living room watching television, and that I was not to disturb them, ever. He asked if any of that would be a problem, to which I assured him it wouldn't. He then showed me the area in which the cats eat. There were 4 cats, and where the food was kept. While not rude in the least, he was very adamant that I not explore further in the house, to which I assured him it wouldn't be a problem. He ushered me outside and showed me where the spare key was in case the door was ever locked, but he told me that was very unlikely to happen, and with that he expressed his hope that I could be trusted one last time, shook my hand, and told me to be there at 10 a.m. every day starting tomorrow. If I was ever unable to make it, call and leave a message on their home phone, to which he gave me the number. I shook my head and was on my way. The next day came and I went inside at exactly 10 a.m. I walked into the house and immediately to my right were Ben's parents, sitting in recliners, facing away from me, watching some kind of game show. I announced my presence, which they ignored, and made my way to the kitchen. I fed the cats bowls and left. The exact same scenario played out countless times over the next few months. 10 a.m., unreturned hello, feed the cats, leave. On Fridays, I would pick up the small stack of $20 bills from the kitchen table. It was the easiest job I ever had. Then came the inevitable. One day, I was running late. I got to the house at 10:08. I entered and apologized to Ben's parents for being late, to which I once again got no response. They just kept sitting in their chairs watching their game show. I went to the kitchen and fed the cats. I looked at my phone, which read 10:11, and walked down the hall towards the front door. When I reached the living room, I jumped and gasped out of shock. Ben's parents were now standing in the dark behind their chairs, completely still, staring directly at me. I apologized for running late and got out of there. Though unnerved, I went back the next day on time and everything was fine. A few more months went by of nothing strange, and then came the last day I was there. I got there at 10:03, but wasn't worried because I knew I could be out before 10:10. The problem came when I was in the kitchen and I heard someone whisper the words, "Help me." It startled me and I jumped, looking around for the source of the cry for help. I saw no one around, but I heard it again, and then a third time. I began looking around before realizing I was running behind. I looked at my phone and it was 10:10. My heart sank to my stomach when I looked down the hallway and saw Ben's parents for the first time in the light. They were grossly emaciated and pale, looking completely malnourished. They were essentially walking skeletons. I apologized for taking so long and said I'd be on my way, but they just stood there, blocking the way to the front door. I said I would take the back door, which was located in the kitchen, but when I went to open it, it required a key to open from the inside. Seriously, it was at this point that true panic set in. I looked behind me, and the parents were now about half a foot away from the entrance to the kitchen.
No.
And I had nowhere else to go except for what I presumed was a door to the pantry. They had blank stares across their faces, and their eyes looked as if the life had left them a long time ago. In a last-ditch effort, I went to the door that I thought was the pantry, and found it led to a staircase leading into a basement with, of course, no light. As soon as I opened the door, there was a horrid stench that washed over the otherwise clean air I was standing in. I carefully went down the stairs and looked for a window, but they were all nailed shut. I happened to look back up the stairs, and the parents were now standing next to each other at the top of the hallway. It was truly horrifying. I pulled out my phone and called 911, not knowing what else to do. And when I explained my situation, they said they would send a car out immediately, and to stay on the phone while they connected me to the unit en route. I ran into the dark basement using my phone as a light. It didn't provide too much illumination since I was in the middle of a call, but it was just enough. There were racks of junk that lined the basement, separating it into almost aisles. I went down to check if any of the windows were possibly loose, like I'd be that lucky. Then I turned the light around and shined the light in front of me, and I was inches away from the parents' lifeless-looking faces. I let out a scream and ran in the other direction, and tripped over something, sending my phone flying from my head. Of course, it landed face down so I couldn't find it. I ran back up the stairs and into the kitchen, looking back and seeing the parents standing at the bottom of the stairs with slight grins on their faces. I ran down the hall to the front door and flung it open, screaming when I saw the cop standing right in front of me. He asked me if I was the one that called as I pushed past him to get outside, and I told him I was. I looked in the window and saw the parents sitting in their chairs, watching their game show. I explained that these crazy old people had trapped me in their house and were chasing me around. The cop went in to talk to the parents and look around while I sat in the cop car. He came back out about 5 minutes later and asked if I was sure someone was chasing me. I said yes, I was absolutely sure that it was the 2 old people that lived there. He informed me that the people that live there, the people in the chairs, have been dead for quite some time. I asked what the smell in the basement was, and he said there was another body down there. Backup showed up. I gave them my statement and explained how I'd been coming there every day for months and months to feed the cats. I told them to call Ben, the homeowner's son. I gave them the number and it was disconnected. I found out a few days later that the body in the basement was Ben. What I don't get is, who's been paying me?
My wife and I have had the same mattress since we have been married. It is lumpy, dips horribly in the middle, and isn't large enough now that our daughter sleeps on it with us. I know, it's dangerous, and not recommended at all. But when you go 6 months straight,
let me lower the volume actually.
At a time, you will eventually cave in. With that being said, I am always on the lookout for a good deal on a king-size mattress, and yesterday I found one. $125 for a new set, and not a cheap one either. Incredible, right? I thought so too. So I called the guy up and asked if it was still available. You know how sometimes they advertise something really cheap because it doesn't exist. To my surprise, it was. So I set up for my wife and daughter to go and take a look at it at 5 p.m. I would have rather have just gone myself, rather than dragging my cranky daughter all the way into downtown. But my wife is pretty particular on the firmness of the mattress, so I had to make sure it was comfortable for her. Ryan, the guy selling the mattress, said to call when we were on our way, so he would know when to meet us at the storage site. I called, but it went to voicemail. So I left one, and also texted him to let him know that we were on our way. The whole drive there, my wife and I were chatting happily about how great it would be to finally have a new mattress and have our own space in the bed once again. My daughter likes to sleep diagonally, so her hands are touching mommy's shoulders and her feet are touching daddy's leg. It is very sweet and cute, but also incredibly uncomfortable because I have to sleep on the nice edge of the bed in order to not crush anyone. Dads out there, I'm sure you can relate. Fortunately, the traffic isn't
I'm a dad.
bad yet, so we make it right on time. I hate being late to appointments. It is just so unprofessional and inconsiderate, you know? I get out of the car and unstrap my daughter so that we can enjoy a cool breeze and point to all the new things she sees while we wait for Brian to arrive. After about 15 minutes, I walk into the office of the storage facility and ask to see if Brian maybe works there, or if the receptionist knows anything about him. She told me that he works for a home staging company for when people try to sell their homes. That is why we can buy the mattress so cheap. It is unpackaged and set up so they can't resell it at the store. She assured me that he was a great guy, and probably just running late due to traffic. I was glad I talked to her, but I was still having a few doubts about why the mattress was such a big deal. But his line of work made a lot of sense. My daughter and I walked around some more, singing songs, and feeling the brick wall of the building, and the nylon threads of the American flag swaying in the breeze. She is a very happy, sweet girl, and loves to feel new things, so I didn't notice how much time had passed until my wife popped out of the car and asked what was going on.
Nice, I know.
Passed. This guy was ridiculously late. I handed off my daughter so that I could call him and see what the deal was. This is Brian. Yeah, hi. This is Steven. We had a 5 p.m. meeting to look at the mattress. Where you at, bud? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm 30 minutes away. I'll be there soon. Now, as you know, I hate being late. I also hate when others are late. Seriously? It's 5:35 p.m. and we agreed at 5 p.m., Brian. Don't bother. We're leaving. I told you to call me when you were leaving so that I knew you were coming. This is the first time you're calling me, so now I'm coming. What? Look, Brian.
Oh.
I called you when we left our house and I left a voicemail. I texted you to let you know.
And Adrian had a timer. Adrian, your timer went off!
We were on the highway. We agreed at 5 p.m. and you stood us up. I dragged my daughter and wife out here for no reason, and now I have to fight traffic to get back home. Thank you for wasting our time. I hung up before he could get another word in. I was furious. Who sets a time to meet but then doesn't show up until the person calls? Clearly this guy wasn't a real businessman. He called me right back, but I ignored it. We needed dinner and showers. We had routines to follow, or this baby was going to be up all night. He texted me right after trying to justify his reasoning, telling me I was foolish for not wanting to wait around to save so much money on a $1,000 mattress. Obviously, this guy didn't have kids. I added his number to my spam list so that I wouldn't get any more calls or texts from him, and apologized to my wife for wasting our evening.
Bro, look at my build's kind of messed up.
Bills, and we don't have much time together as a family. I feel like a bit of a failure, but my wife always reassures me, thanking me for working so hard. Still, I can't take the sadness I feel when I come home late and barely get to spend any time with them. So I was extra frustrated when Brian was wasting one of
$1,000 mattress. I know.
Course, traffic was awful heading back out of downtown, and there were 2 accidents. Because why not add insult to injury? My daughter was starting to get fussy, so I was singing all of her favorite songs and making silly faces to keep her occupied. It took over an hour to get home, but once we hit the driveway, everything was forgotten, and we all smiled. Home at last. We went through our normal routine of dinner and back time, and instead of turning on the television, I just played with my daughter until she was ready for bed. It was a nice change of pace. I can't believe how big she is getting. The alarm went off far too early for my liking, but I got up and did my best to crawl out of the bed without arousing anyone else.
Shaded.
Got dressed, packed my lunch, ate a quick breakfast, and I was off to work. The day was pretty uneventful, which was nice. daughter doing something silly or new.
And stand up.
But I
Hey,
didn't
Butter,
get
do
any
you
on
want to go
that day.
play?
Yeah.
I knew they had a few plans to go to the petting zoo and story time at the library, so I didn't think too much of it. Although I did miss my daily picture. Wednesday is always a special day because it is food pantry day. At first we were just embarrassed, but we try to make the best of it by guessing what visitors they give us. The generosity of people in our area is so amazing. They donate all
Mama, can I
organic
take
foods,
some?
even organic meat. I usually make it home before my wife is done at the pantry, so I tidy up the house and get ready to go out and grab all the bags full of food.
Nice.
I kicked off my work boots and put my lunch bag away, cleaning up a few dishes in the sink and washing down my daughter's high chair tray. As I headed into the bedroom to change into some comfortable clothes, I stopped dead in my tracks.
What happened?
There,
They're
in
murdered.
place of our small, lumpy bed, was the king-size mattress on a simple bed frame. It even had sheets on it. Nice
I'm
ones.
fighting for the minis and yeah.
A few tears gathered in my eyes because I
Adrian,
realized
get
why
him!
my wife never called me today. She was busy surprising me with
The
a new
face! They're
She
just
must
toys.
have found
Like,
Brian's
we
ad on
play with
Craigslist
them.
and went up to him on
Stop
her
that.
phone while I was at work.
What is this?
What a wonderful woman she is.
Adrian, please
On
come.
the bed was a small white card. I rushed over to it,
Well, Minnie,
popping onto the bed and taking the card in my hand to read.
like, I dad used to jump so
Dear
Minnie
Steven,
would, like,
I
one
hope you like the
time,
mattress.
remember?
Don't worry about me.
I got
I
one.
already took what I needed.
Yeah, I got
Brian. What the hell?
He's like, there's stuff.
Spring up off the bed and went to my
Let's
phone.
put him in a
calling my
cage.
wife.
Stop.
No answer. No problem.
Stop.
She's probably wrapping up food at the pantry or driving home. She never answers when she's driving.
Guys, be quiet.
I waited 15 more minutes before calling again.
All
She
Minnie
was
needs
never
is
this
a
late from
wheel.
coming home.
Pipe.
4:15 at the
Someone
latest.
just said we put
44:30.
We'll put
I
it
called
on
again.
Minnie's
Straight to voicemail. Tried not to let my imagination run wild, but I couldn't help it. Was she in an accident? Is she stuck in traffic? Please answer. After 20 minutes and no response from her, I drove over to the and found them
Wait.
imaging volunteers.
Scoot over here.
Hey, Mom, tell them to be quiet because they keep. I'm putting the story, and I know Adrian's timer went off, and it had like I don't know, like
What, you were said Ethan?
no,
Brother's going live.
Just before they closed up
that
for the night.
experience.
Hey, Terry. Is my wife here today? Oh, hi, Steven. No, she never came today. I was a bit surprised myself, but I thought maybe you finally found a better job and didn't need to come anymore. I drove home faster than the law or safety would dictate, praying that her car would be in the driveway. But it wasn't. I tried calling one more time. No luck. Sprinting around my house, I searched for anything strange or missing. That's when I noticed the picture frame on our nightstand. The picture was torn down one side, leaving just me. Tears started flowing down my face, coating my phone as I dialed 911. Just a quick update/answer of various questions from the comments. First, thank you all for your concern. The local police and I are doing everything we can to try and locate my family. I will let you know as soon as I hear anything positive or negative regarding the case. Secondly, I understand that Craigslist can be shady. I've dealt many times with buying and selling without ever having an issue for many years. Please understand I'm in a difficult financial position right now, which is why I even looked around for a mattress on Craigslist. We go to a food pantry every week, so yes, times are tough. I can only do what I can do. So far we are unsure of how Brian found our home or got in. There was no sign of a forced entry, and no record of anyone calling or texting my wife, or her calling or texting anyone over the course of the day outside the actual content saved to her phone. She received no emails either. Our neighbors did notice a moving truck or something similar come by during the day. Still no idea about that either. Update 2. The police have put out my wife and daughter's picture to try and get the word out. I went up to the storage facility to try and talk to the receptionist, but it was a new woman today. She looked up storage units owned by Brian, and there was not a single unit. Can you believe that? Over 1,400 units and not a single Brian. I mean, it's a common name. I feel like something is getting covered up, so I'm coming back later to snoop around on my own. I also unblocked the number and tried to call, but all I get is a disconnected number message. The police are trying to track it to a house or business, but they aren't telling me much, which worries me more than anything else. Oh, and since many of you have mentioned my family being in the mattress, the police took the mattress as evidence. They checked it inside and out for clues. They are not inside. For those asking for some proof, since the police took most of it, I only had a chance to snap a picture of the note. One picture.
Number 3. Last year when I was moving from my apartment to my house,
Let's go.
I dropped my box with my laptop and it was damaged beyond repair. I definitely didn't have the money for a new one, so I went on Craigslist to find a cheap deal. After hours of searching for one that was decent and affordable, I found a Windows 10 for only 25 bucks. I was astonished and emailed the owner right away in hopes it hadn't been bought at such a good deal. I was in good luck because they miraculously hadn't sold it yet. I was ecstatic, and when I went to pick it up, I asked the man why he was selling it for so cheap, and he said his sister had recently passed away, and they were cleaning out her house, so they were selling different things from her house. It didn't creep me out too much that I was using a dead person's computer, but it felt weird that they were giving up her belongings so quickly. I brought the computer home and was so excited to use it. I plugged it in right away and it started loading after a minute. It was crazy. The computer was in perfect condition, not even a scratch, and it was loading surprisingly fast. When it started up, the background popped up, and it was a pitch black screen with 3 letters in white that read EMX. I didn't know what it meant, but I suppose she had worked for an obscure company. I wondered if she had cleared her files off the computer, and being the nosy person that I was, checked the On This PC tab for files. I didn't find anything at all until I checked the Documents tab. There were just 3 items there. The first item read, Case 322 Experiment. I clicked the first item open, and out came a summary of their little experiment of Case 322. Case number 322. Notes, Case suffers severe schizophrenia and depression, and experiences frequent hallucinations and paralysis. We will be experimenting with treatments for her unique and unusual case. It should be noted that the case is extremely violent, has been speculated at most violent of all cases. Constant murder/torture threats, surprising detail and graphic descriptions for someone at such a young age as her. That was the end of that item. I was horrified at the fact that it appeared they had given me a computer formerly used for children's neurological experiments. Being the curious person I was, though, I decided to keep reading on. Biggest mistake of my life. The second item read, Safety/concern. Forewarned, I opened the item and it appeared to be a list. Safety concerns of Case 322. It should be noted that those chosen for experimentation on Case 322 shall be at utmost high standard, and serious precautions must be taken. Case 322 has been involved in the following acts. Number 1, the murder of her entire family. 2, the murder of 4 civilians during an escape from her home. 3, 2 bank robberies. 4, over 200 death threats towards figures of authority, police, guards, doctors, therapists, teachers, school staff, and others. 5, writing a death note to a classmate. 6, pulling out her own hair from her roots and eating it. 7, pulling her teeth out and stabbing herself in the eye with it. 8, over 20 suicide attempts, including hanging, overdose of drugs, self-inflicting shots with a firearm, jumping off the table of a building, and stabbing herself. 9, attacking a police officer and nearly killing them. As expected, this is not a full list of offenses, but are the most prominent. When conducting experiments, do not leave Case unattended and do not take eyes off of her. Keep keys to experimentation room out of her parameters, and make sure she is restrained in straitjacket through the whole process. Have guards on duty at all times of experimentation, and that was the end of that file. I then understood they weren't dealing with a normal messed up kid. They were dealing with a serial killer, a psychopath. I was sick to my stomach at this point. Why did this woman have such a private matter on an at-home computer? How did her family not know about this? Why was she dead? The third file read, Experiment Documentation. Day 1, Case 322 fought and screamed until sedated. She is surprisingly strong for her stature and for being only age 14. Experiments went well, not much progress. Day 2, Case 322 stabbed a guard in the eye with a bobby pin. Cases no longer allow hair utilities. Cases that have head shape to prevent it being used as a noose. or strangle/choking/suffocator weapon. After proper sedation, we found a serious neurological phenomenon in her brain, most likely the cause of her issues. Day 3. Case 322 woke up from sedation during experiments and played asleep as she slowly attempted to escape from restraint. Patient sprung up in middle of experiment, tackled the doctor and broke their hip bone before being restrained by guards. Doctor to receive compensation. Sedation will be amped up several milligrams, and restraining methods are to be more advanced. Day 4. 2 guards and a nurse were killed in an escape. Building was put on lockdown. Case was found hiding in a cleaning closet. Day 5. Experiments are becoming increasingly more dangerous for the team. We are debating the end of experiments for safety reasons. Case 322 is by far the most severely, and please excuse my improper tone, messed up and psychotic case ever speculated by our team. Day 6. Case 322 is no longer allowed fingernails. Day 7. I know I'm about to die, but if I'm going to die, I am going to make sure these last few things are documented. She killed the rest of the team. I am hiding in my locked office, but she is close. I can hear her footsteps. We never figured out how to treat this phenomenon. This is rarely ever, possibly never said in this field, but this case is absolutely helpless. There is no cure. She is a lost cause. She's picking the lock right now. If my family ever finds this, I love you guys. And case 322 is out there somewhere. She's in. Goodbye, cruel world. And then just gibberish. This is case 322. Well, that's what they call me. I killed this piece of trash. Bleach blonde waste of life. She's dead. If her family is reading this, I enjoyed banging her head against the desk until she died. I love watching the life drain from my victims. And good luck ever finding me. I'm dropping her laptop off at her house so they can't use it for evidence. I know where she lives, and I'll find you too. And it ended. I shut off the computer and went straight back to the man's house.
That was a hard-earned kill.
He seemed taken aback by the question, but answered saying she was murdered. I gave him the computer and showed him the files. We turned it into the police station, and there has been an ongoing search ever since. Everyone in the area is told to keep doors locked at all times. Keep on the lookout for the girl. She is out there somewhere. They still haven't found her. I still have no clue what EMX is. The only thing that really still keeps me paranoid is the ending. And I'll find you too. Honestly, based off the description of how crazy she is, I can't tell you I don't believe her.
I live in a 4-bedroom apartment
Whoa.
downtown. After graduating college, myself and a couple bros from Omega Pi Epsilon went halfsies on a cheap place. There's
That
me,
was spooky.
David, although everyone calls me Trip, because I have a third nipple. Okay, not really. But I have a mole near my left nipple that the guys call my Trip nip. There's Chad, who we call Captain Ahab, because the dude is obsessed with bigger girls. Preston, or Little League, got his name because my man sleeps with a baseball bat in his sheets with him. Says it's for home security, but all he's ever done with it is get super drunk and hit beer cans off the roof. Lastly, there's Duke, who is known as Squirts. Unfortunately for you, the history of that name is classified Omega Pi Epsilon knowledge. We just graduated pretty recently, and none of us really have savings or jobs that make that much money. Little League's dad had been bankrolling him for a while, but he refuses to chip in any extra on the bills we split. So the budget is extremely tight. That being said, we've managed to turn our little shithole of an apartment into a nice-ish bachelor pad. Captain Ahab's brother worked at a bar that closed, so he hooked us up with several choice neon bar signs. I had a pong table that I bought from Spencer's a few years back. It doesn't light up anymore, but it still has a pretty cool neon design. We have a few beanbag chairs we got from the rec room at school when they changed out the furniture. The only thing we didn't have was a couch. That's why I turned to Craigslist. I know, getting a couch off Craigslist is a little shady, but we're balling on a budget. I found a few couches for sale, but they were all ugly old lady couches. When I switched over to the free page, though, I found something perfect. A blue suede couch for free, only half an hour away. I called the number listed and confirmed
How
that
do
it
you
was
shoot
still
that?
available. The man I talked to was super chill. He even offered to bring it to our place since he was planning on taking it to the dump anyway. About an hour later, this big pickup pulled up. I could see the blue of the couch poking out under the tarp. The guy I spoke to on the phone introduced himself as Bill and helped me unload it into our living room. Nice guy. I gave him a natty light for the road. We've had the couch in the living room for a few weeks now. It's pretty comfy, and the blue kind of matches the blue tint of the biggest beer sign, which is pretty sick. I was sure that the next time I brought a chick home, she would totally dig the atmosphere. The only problem is that our living room has this funny smell to it. After investigating, I realized the offensive odor was coming from the couch. At first I thought maybe it was just the smell of the previous owner's house, but it seemed to be getting stronger. It's been cold outside though, so I've been cranking up the heat. I brushed it off as the various smells of 4 bachelors sitting on it with their sweaty balls. I'm pretty sure Captain Ahab screwed a big who's been hanging around on it too, so that probably didn't help. I've been Febrezing it as much as possible, hoping that it would cover up the stink. And it does for a few hours, but then the smell comes back, stronger than before. A few nights ago we had a party.
It's a body.
Tons of people. Not as many chicks as I had originally hoped, but there were a few hotties, and a few sixies who could quickly turn into 8s after several drinks. I picked one who seemed mildly interested and partnered up with her for pong. Bad call. She couldn't chug. Kept gagging. So the other team kept scoring on us, and I got wasted after a few rounds. Although the Jaeger bombs in the kitchen afterwards probably didn't help much either. I don't know if I scored with Amanda, Ashley. It started with an A.
Wait.
Or an E. Aaron, whatever. I'm
Alright.
inclined to believe that I did not, however, because I woke up face down on the beanbag chair. When I opened my eyes, hungover as shit, I rolled over to see Captain Ahab sprawled out on the couch, leg over and back. It looked like even if I didn't get lucky, Captain did. There was a huge dip in the couch. I decided to grab a shower. I stumbled into the bathroom and peeled off my Omega Pi Epsilon Get It On Flip Cup Championship 2015 t-shirt,
What?
shorts, and boxers before jumping in and turning on the water. I was the first one out, so the water was still hot. It was nice. Really nice. So nice that I spent longer than necessary in there thinking about Aaron, Emma, whatever, that I, maybe, hooked up with. When I got out, I grabbed a towel and dried off my hair before toweling my arms and legs and wrapping it around my waist. I brushed my teeth and gargled, spitting out the water. I checked the mirror to see if I looked hungover. I did. I grabbed a leftover drink from last night. I think it was mine. It was in the pimp chalice and took a big chug. Don't judge. A little hair off the dog never hurts. Then I headed out to the living room where Captain was sitting up groggily. "Hey, big fella," I said softly. "Shut the fuck up, Trip." He moaned, holding his head. "You, dude, what the fuck is that?" I asked, pointing at his arm. It was covered in splotchy red marks. "What?" he muttered, holding his arm out to look. I noticed it on his face as well. "Fuck, man, I don't know," he grumbled before standing up. "So free." "Yeah, go wash that stank off you." I laughed before downing the rest of my drink. I figured that there must have been some detergent or something on the couch that caused the rashes, so I went over to see what I could do. It looked like someone had spilled a drink or two on the cushions. Either that or Captain Ahab pissed himself. Lifting up the cushions to see if the covers came off for washing, I realized that they were heavy as hell, soaking wet. I wondered what happened the night before. Maybe we got a little crazier than I realized. As I tossed the cushions on the ground, the smell was overwhelming, worse than it had ever been. I looked underneath the cushions at the back of the couch and was overwhelmed with nausea. Crawling underneath the cushion near the crack of the couch were a couple dozen maggots, wiggling and squirming across the fabric. Overcome with disgust and stomach filled with beer, Red Bull, and Jaeger, I went to the bathroom and vomited, pro-fucking-fusely. Nastiest shit I think I've ever seen. I shouted at Captain through the shower curtain, downed a bottle of Gatorade, gotta keep those electrolytes, son, and threw a t-shirt over my nose. I put the cushions back on the couch and propped open the front door. Captain threw on clothes and met me in the living room. Together we lugged the stinkiness out of the apartment and to the dumpster. About halfway there we heard a thud, and the couch got a lot lighter. Looking down at the ground, we saw what was stinking. Laying on the parking lot pavement, sprawled almost at my feet, was a goddamn human body. We threw the couch down and booked it back inside. I've called the police, and they haven't managed to identify the body, nor what it died from. But they didn't say that it looked like murder, more like natural causes. The post on Craigslist has been removed, and I passed along a description of the guy who brought over the couch and his phone number to the cops. although they said it appears to be disconnected. After the police left, Captain drew up and said he needed to go lay down. I'm kind of worried about the guy, because he's barely left his room the last few days, and the rashes seem to have gotten worse, blistering even. He doesn't have health coverage either, since his dad lost his job last month, and Little League refuses to help pay for him to go to the hospital. Anybody know what he could have?
Before we get to number 1, if you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. If you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, then hit the subscribe button because I upload a new scary video every Thursday. Number 1. When my friend told me he hooked up with a random girl from Craigslist, I thought he was insane, but I'm sure most geniuses sound crazy. Even after he attributed his great night to luck, I still felt inclined to try it. After a couple days of browsing and a couple drinks too many, I posted my first ad. I gave out the details and some flexibility just to ensure I get something tonight. I started cleaning up and I checked the time. Hey man, I posted my ad. Just to be safe, what should I do? I don't want to give out my address and shit to some serial killer or something. LOL. Fuck, I hate cleaning. I straighten up some more until I hear my phone vibrate. Definitely call her so you can
How
make sure
come
it's a
you
girl.
played
Might be able to
better
tell if she's
when
hot,
I'm
LMAO.
not there? I don't know.
Let me know when she's on her way or whatever. I'll call you to make sure everything is okay. Cool? Enjoy, bro. Before replying, I decided to check my email to see if anyone replied. The spam is easy to weed out thanks to me asking for a specific subject. After 4 emails of can you send pics and a number, I finally got the email I've been waiting for. Pretty woman in her mid-30s cheating on her neglectful husband. Potential sob story. But I'm not the one to mediate things like this. I called and we talked for a few, so things weren't as awkward when she got here. She's on her way, I'll see you tomorrow, winky face. I hurried to the kitchen and made some drinks and added some final spruces to my place. After 30 minutes of terrible anticipation and increasing horniness, my phone vibrated. I'm outside, what door were you? Opting for safety, I decided to meet her outside and lead her in. I did a quick double check in the mirror before heading out, but when I did, it made it all worth it. Who knew beautiful women like this look for anonymous sex on the internet? All negative thoughts left my mind when I grabbed her hand, and they were quickly replaced with dirtier and dirtier ones once I led her into my apartment.
No.
I made some drinks while she sat on the couch. We made some idle conversation, mainly about how often we do this and blah blah. Surprisingly, this isn't my first time doing this, she told me, almost breaking down. Instead of prying more, I just advanced the combo and asked her what she likes to do. I managed to slip in that it was my first time doing this. She kissed me and asked me for directions to the bedroom. I got up and reached for her hand. When I turned around, I noticed she was looking at her purse. I guess she didn't notice me because she was looking for a while, but she smiled reassuringly when I told her that I already had condoms. We laid in bed and took each other's clothes off, but she suddenly got up and went to the bathroom. Could you get me another drink, please? She called me to the bathroom. Same thing, you were drinking? I walked out and laughed at the craziness of the situation. I don't know what compelled me to look through her purse, but I'm glad I did. I walked back into the room right as she came out, looking worried, and asked if I could call her cell phone. Of course, I happily obliged, and while she looked for that,
Come on, died from the
she
storm.
asked me if I could grab her purse from the front room.
I died from him.
For me.
Sit.
I said as I grabbed her purse, really, why? He says it's because you really, really shouldn't trust people you meet on Craigslist. I
Play a
replied as I
different
locked
game.
the door. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I'm in a
Wait.
situation. I don't know what compelled me to look through her purse, but I'm glad I did.
Okay.
I walked back into the room right as she came out, looking worried, and asked if I could call her cell phone. Of course, I happily obliged, and while she looked for that, she asked me if I could grab her purse from the front room because she had a surprise for me. Hey, is this you calling me? This isn't the same number you gave me, she laughed. Oh yeah, my friend told me to do that for Craigslist until we meet. I said as I grabbed her purse. Really, why? He says it's because you really, really shouldn't trust people you meet on Craigslist. I replied as I locked the door. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new scary video every Thursday. Or if you're still not convinced,
that's
here are some
Agent
of our other
Fortnite
videos
server.
that I think you'd like. Enjoy.
Bro, wait, what happened though?
She kissed me and asked me for directions to the bedroom. I got up and reached for her hand. When I turned around, I noticed she was looking at her purse. I guess she didn't notice me because she was looking for a while, but she smiled reassuringly when I told her that I already had condoms. We laid in bed and took each other's clothes off, but she suddenly got up and went to the bathroom. Could you get me another drink, please? She called out from the bathroom. Same thing you were drinking? I walked out and laughed at the craziness of the situation. I don't know what compelled me to look through her purse, but I'm glad I did. I went back into the room right as she came out, looking worried, and asked if I could call her cell phone. Of course, I happily obliged, and while she looked for that, she asked me if I could grab her purse from the front room because she had a surprise for me. Hey, is this you calling me? This isn't the same number you gave me, she laughed. Oh yeah, my friend told me to do that for Craigslist until we meet. I said as I grabbed her purse. Really, why? He says it's because you really shouldn't trust people you meet on Craigslist. I replied as I locked the door. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new scary video every Thursday.
No, what happened?
Some of our other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.
Did he or she kill you? No. Come here. Come here, boy. I am garbage. Oh no. Stick bomb. This bomb. Fart bomb. Hey, I'm still here. You want to hear another scary story? Want to hear more scary stories? Alright, let me try to find another one then. Ooh.
Super Lotto Plus from the California Lottery.
3 creepy text messages stories. I'm gonna go into disco domination to make it.
Number 3. Want to see a movie later tonight? No, I have a regular Friday night babysitting job. On my way there now. Another night. For sure. I need a part-time job too. Is it fun? I'm watching
That football play you what?
Nice.
Who texted me? No. More scary stories.
Only downside is the house is huge and old. It creaks a lot. Sounds a little creepy. For sure. I'm parking, going to go in. I'll call you once I put Chase to bed. Okay. Oh my god, I'm totally freaking out. I don't know what to do. I'm in the bathroom. Call me.
Well, use the bathroom.
I can't. She might hear.
Who? Exactly.
The babysitter. Confused. I thought you are the babysitter. I know, right? What? I go in and this woman is here who says she's the new Friday night babysitter, that I was switched. We can see a movie. No, something wasn't right. I stayed. I think it's Nancy James.
Who's that?
Nancy James. That English serial killer. What? The babysitter who cooked those kids in the oven. What the fuck?
Ooh.
She put barbed wire and metal spike boards around this baby because she wouldn't go to sleep. That's crazy. Searching for the link.
Oh. There's actually a video.
She killed 20 parents and then their kids. I'm looking for a photo of her online. I searched too, can't find a thing. Her accent is weird. It was like American at first, but now some words sound hard.
I don't want to join anyone's party right now. I'm just listening to Source.
Fuck. Get out. If I'm in here too long, it'll seem suspicious. What do I do? Run like hell. I can't leave Chase with her. Jane, you there? Jane. I can call the police if you give me your address. Jane. It's her 100%. I'm trying to act normal around her. I don't want her to know anything's up. I can't tell if she knows I am. I said I'm feeling sick, pretending to throw up now in the bathroom. Get out of there. Trying. Somehow I can tell he's scared. He knows something's up, but every time I try and play with him and get him.
What's happened?
I asked her about him and she changed the subject. Just get him away from her. Do whatever you can to get out of there. She's banging on the door. What's the address there? Jane. Please answer me. We're out. I asked for a drink and when she went to the kitchen I grabbed it and got in my car. We're in that deserted area behind the park on Highland. She got in her car and followed me, honking like a maniac, but I lost her. God, I hope so. Chase is crying. I'm really scared. Did you call 911? Yes, they said to wait here, but I think I should leave. Sit tight, I'm coming too. In the car now and on my way. Okay.
Don't sit tight.
There's a light up
It
ahead.
says a
The
light
car is on the
up
corner.
something.
I think it's her. She's driving towards us.
Mom said to do us a favor.
No.
Put the
10 minutes away. Forgot I had no gas. Filling up.
Oh.
one.
Yeah, here. Shh. Go there, Danielle.
A few minutes out. We are by the big gates next to Park and Highland Ave. You are a lifesaver. That's you behind us with No.
Ethan, what are you doing next?
Here, at your car. Where are you? In her trunk. What? Help me. You're scaring me. In her trunk. I just busted your window and opened trunk. You are not there. In her. In her trunk.
Yeah, get out of here, Bobby.
Oh my god,
I'm
an
just gonna sit
ad.
here and wait for these dumb people.
I just called 911. Caller's in the car.
We gotta use the PlayStation for
Hands
half an
tied.
hour.
She doesn't
Yeah,
know
here,
I
shoot.
have a phone but can't type well. Call 911 from your phone. They can track you. Can you tell where you are? No. You're stopping. Shh. Shh. Is that a place? She'll hear the text.
What are you doing?
What? Jane. Jane. Please, Jane, answer. It's been 3 days, Jane. The police are looking for you. They will find you. Be strong. I know in my heart you are alive. I will never stop looking for you.
Alright.
Jane, they found your body. I'm so sorry. I keep telling myself if I got there faster, I could have done something. I'm so sorry. I miss you so much. I'm going to find her, Jane. I'm going to find her. I'm going to hunt Nancy James down and kill her. I will avenge you. I'm going to the ends of the earth and find her. Hurt her. Kill her.
Ethan, what are you doing?
Bring me, bitch. Number 2. Puzzler, any chance you are around? Here, how's everything? Good. The cool thing about boarding school is at night no one's around, and we can roam the hallways freely. Nice. What school is it? No, I can't tell you that. Why not? Because I met you on the net, and I don't know if you are really the cute guy you say you are, or like some cute
Ethan, don't do it, Ethan.
Makes sense.
Ethan, don't do that, Ethan. Please stop.
I know, right? Is it weird not having your parents around? It's awesome. Since you're used to puzzles and riddles, I have something I think you'll love. Tell me more. There's a legend at my school about the secret room.
Stop.
Oh yeah? It's supposed to be a treasure that the founder of the school hid.
A llama.
Wow, brilliant. So you're going to try and find it. Yeah.
The heck?
On your own?
Ethan, hello, Ethan. Ethan, stop. What's
No. You're
out?
dead. Moo.
There's still more.
Ha,
What?
no chance.
Wait, let me rewind it.
There's a legend at my school about the secret room.
Uh,
Oh yeah?
time is it? 8:05. Okay.
It's supposed to contain treasure that the founder of the school hid.
Ethan, why you still out, Ethan? Are you okay, Ethan?
So you're going to try and find it. Yeah. On your own? No. With a boyfriend. Ha, no chance of that. I'm at an all-girls school, not with friends either. No, sorry.
No tour the parties,
So I was
okay?
hoping you would come along.
So what do you say?
Love to, sounds fun. My history teacher said the founder of the school laid out secret clues. I buy a statue in the hallway. A brilliant place to start. Is there an inscription? Yes. By the way, I love how your British accent comes through the texts. Thanks. LOL. So what does the writing say?
Stop.
Stand by. Useful to read. He who points north shall follow coolness to the south. Interesting.
What the heck?
Coolness place south is the south pole. Who points? Oh my god. What? I think that's it. What? The statue of the school's founder is pointing north. I'm walking along the hallway now, out the door, into the school grounds. Gosh, it's dark. Really dark. Night there. Yeah, it's like midnight. Nearly 8 in the morning here, looking outside. I'm in the school grounds, and there's a flag right near the gym building. Flag. The school flag is there. It's on the top of a pole, nearly there. South could be bottom. Bottom of the flagpole. Here, there's a cement slab on the ground. It says, at the height of strength, one will find the way.
Thinking about ending the live stream right now.
That's why you're here, LOL. You said you were near the gym. Yeah. Well, that's where you get strong. Maybe it has something to do with that. Can you see anything high up there? At the height of strength. Does it have a roof? I'm not sure. I'll go in and take a look. Cool. Maybe height equals roof. Worth a shot. Okay, I'm walking up the gym fire chance, but I got it open. On roof now. What's it look like? Flat. There's a writing carved in stone. Awesome. What's it say? The key is where you need. The marble will prove fake in an earthquake. Take a slide for your ride. But beware to dare, for water will cover you here. There's only one way out. A shell will be enough. Whoa, that's a lot. Let's solve it. Okay, LOL. By the way, this is like the best date I've ever been on. This is a date? Kinda.
Oh, he made his tiny emoji.
Okay, let's go through this line by line. The key is where you need. Key to what? Where is it? Where do we need to be? Hold on, let me write this down. The marble will prove fake in an earthquake. What's fake marble? marble in the gym. I don't think so. Only marble I know is in one of the school hallways. Behind my locker. Huge slab.
Okay.
Oh my god. What? Go there. Okay. Is your school really old? Yeah, it's super creepy. The lockers are old too. Yeah, nearly there. The key is where you need. A key is usually in a lock. Maybe the key to this is in a locker by the marble. Nice, okay. I'm at the lockers. What do they look like? They're tall, oversized, built to put hockey sticks and stuff. Like the size you can climb into. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, you open the locker. Is the back wall solid marble? Yeah. Making an earthquake. Shake the back. How do we do that? Just see if anything feels movable. Oh my god, it feels hollow. Like not real marble. This is so freaky. Can you drill through it? Holy shit, it slid open. There's some dark room in there. Boom. Mind is completely blown right now. I'm going to use the light of my phone. Watch out for stuff, LOL. There's a slide. Oh my god. Like a playground slide. Yeah, going in.
Number 50.
Hold on, don't. Too late. Ugh. Hurt. Huge drop. Fell. You okay? Yeah, was scared shitless. Slide went towards the wall. Then that flapped open. I'm looking up now. Can't see where the flap is. Crap. What's in here? Bricks surround me like a dungeon. Oh my god, there's a whole chest.
God, you're doo-doo.
Are you serious? Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Wait, what's the rest of the riddle? Oh my god, there are gold coins everywhere. We did it. Gold coins. Yes, we found it. I'll give you half. You're awesome. Do it together. Hashtag best night ever.
Today, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we've got
And now Lauren.
which is quite an
God,
unlucky
water is
number,
coming in.
so hopefully nothing bad happens.
What? Rising up from the floor. Get out. That's a record. Says water will cover the layer. There's only one way out. Shout. Nothing's working. Oh my god, it's up to my knees. Please, please solve the riddle. Call the police. Water is still rising. There are rats all around. I'm shaking. I'm so scared. When the water gets higher, tread water until it takes you to the flap, then crawl back out. We'll try. Water is getting too high to text. If I die, please tell my mom and dad I love them.
Wow.
I'll call the police. What school are you at? Where are you? What area? Name of school? I never heard from her again. I went to a police station here in England and showed them my text. They said it's probably a joke. I know it isn't. At some boarding school somewhere in America, she could still be trapped. Before we get to number 1, if you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow
No.
every video every Thursday. Casey, I know we haven't spoken forever. I'm sorry for your loss. Who is this? Casey, I know we haven't spoken forever. I'm sorry. Hey, Mousy. How are you holding up? Not very well. I'm going absolutely insane. I lost a friend recently too.
Oh my god, it's like
You have no idea.
Bye. Alright, I'm on the stream.
If you ever want to talk, I'm here. Thanks. I just don't think anyone will believe
That's
me.
not real. That was so.
Believe you.
He did see for a movie.